Happy April 13th. There we go. Welcome to the live Capital Advantage Tutoring's live Q&A. Going hard and heavy until 9:30. I have a student at 9:30, so I can't go later than that. But we got this. We got this. We got this. Boom. Okay. I didn't realize the person's for 2 hours. It's going to be a long night. Okay. Hope everyone's doing well. I love this. These are my favorite. These are the 2 nights are my favorite 2 nights. I'm a little down, a little tired. Maybe it won't be as fun tonight. I have no idea. I'm probably sure I'll still find a way to offend you. But yeah. Okay, welcome on again. If you guys need help with the Series 7, the SIE exam, what else? The Series 7 exam, the Ivy, how are you? You're on early. I love it. The Series 7 exam, the SIE exam, the Series 6. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Savannah, I'm sure up until tomorrow, the thing is, you think it gets better after the 15th, but it usually doesn't, right? It's just gonna keep going. Anything you want, Frady. We do anything. I'm not going to do an exam online. I've done that before, and I may do it again later in the week. But boom, okay. Jamie, how are you? Okay, we got this, right? So, a lot of people took the test today, which was good. All good news. Very happy. If you need free resources, please check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. I have my tutoring, series7exam.org. If I'm too expensive, there's a guy, Michael Weiss, who's really good. Boom. Facebook user, how are you? Okay. So now, boom. How you doing, Freddie? How you feeling? You feeling good? You scoring well? Michael Weiss over at series7examtutor.com. Savannah, how are you? Okay. So hope everyone's doing well. Mohammed. Oh, I think I saw your post on LinkedIn. How great is it? How great is it to get that one done? Okay. I'm glad the retirement one helped too. I know you said that you were struggling with that. So I'm glad it helped. I must have a crooked head because I can't get a hat to stand. I've been wearing hats since I was 10, and I still can't get one of these to stand on right. Maybe I always thought they did. There we go. That's good enough. Just feels weird. Okay. Savannah, I love it. Okay. And then Savannah's hitting the phones with the tax season coming up, so it's definitely tough. Don't forget to check out the Facebook groups. We got a series SIE. It's called SIE exam. Series 7, Series 6 is about 4,200 people on there now. It's crazy, super active. And then I have the Series 65, 66 one is about 2,000 people. It's a little different. Okay. Rick, how are you doing? Yeah, Mohammed nailed it. It was awesome. He posted on LinkedIn. It was great. I'm so happy to help you guys. The first one of many. That's the whole goal. Okay. Oh, then you're fine, Fred. Look, if you're on there, you should be fine. Go and get drunk. Have a good time. So you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Remember, don't take any tests really on Sunday. Sunday should be about watching videos, adding knowledge. And I'm telling you, I can't say this enough. I say this to everyone who's taking the 7. You need to read. You need to read customer accounts right off the bat. Okay. You need to read customer accounts the morning of or the night before. That's going to be the last thing you do. When I mean customer accounts, I mean opening accounts, brokerage accounts, stuff like that. You got to do that shit. Okay. I think Lori, they're fine. It just depends who the teacher. There's a couple good teachers. I think Esposito is a good teacher. There's one other one. Okay, couple. Some of them talk about themselves a lot. Some of them are good. And remember, it's your review. If you're good with it, look. If you're scoring in the 70s, 80s, okay. Flamore, how are you? Okay. I think it's inherited, right? I'm telling you right now, I see that question all the time, and I'm not sure. Somebody else brought it up to me too. I should Google it or something. But I think it's an inherited IRA. Inherited, right? This is a beneficiary IRA, right? Hold on. Inherited IRA. Should be an inherited IRA. RMDs every year, blah, 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 blah. I see it as an inherited IRA, if that's one of the choices. Okay. You tell me, Zach. You tell me which one. Good, Lori. Do that one. I heard he's good. Him I approve of. Okay. then it'd be beneficial, or I guess if beneficial isn't there, then an IRA. Because the problem with the spousal IRA is that that's one. It's such a shitty thing that. I guess it's a beneficiary IRA. Traditional tax deferred. Let's see. It's funny, they call them inherited. Okay. I guess you can call it it's still, they have special non-spouses who inherit more effective than non-spousal beneficiaries. I mean, it's either a beneficiary IRA. Oh, here we go. Huh, I guess they can roll it over. Maybe it's a rollover. Was rollover a choice? Okay. There it is. Because I just read that they can roll it over into theirs. Okay. Boom, that's got to be what it is. It's a rollover. Had to be. Okay. Receipt only if your firm has it. Sometimes they do. Okay. Some people definitely do. Okay. Let me catch up here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I like Achievable. I like STC. I like Notman. Those are the three. If you're paying it for yourself and you really want Kaplan, oh, Oscar, we'll talk. Okay. So, Mohammed, yeah, I think don't do the past perfect. It's either Achievable, STC, or Notman. Okay. Because here's the thing about Notman, they use their own stuff and they use Kaplan questions, which is good. Notman has better videos than Kaplan does. I think they have better teachers. Esposito is good though. Okay. Again, we got that. We're good. Okay, May 5th. You're taking it in less than a month. Okay. I would read. Okay. I don't know why they would say that. If you roll over into a Roth, yes. No, here's what happens, Freddie. If you roll over and it takes more than 60 days. I remember, Patricia, how are you? There's a couple questions where it's like they're not clear that if you do a rollover and you don't take it out within 60 days, then it's taxable. Other than that, it's not taxable. Unless it's a rollover into a Roth. Okay, good. Any advice? I think you got to, I mean, if you have time, read, right? I mean, I would read in the last 10 days. I don't know. I don't like that at all. I remember, Frady, a lot of times they do what is not true, but they say what is not false. They do a lot of those. So sometimes people get it wrong because of that. I'm not saying that's it. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me look at it. Okay. So now, flip. Okay. You might have Flimmer. You might have. Let me get to that. So I would focus on adding knowledge for the next couple weeks, right? And then start taking tests. Boom. Okay. That's the big thing. Just get reading in and then take tests and then review the exam. You know, I'm a big fan of reading. Review when you take the quiz, review every single answer, good and bad. Okay. Yeah. So when you do a closing purchase, yeah, I guess if you so here's the thing. So when you sell an option, okay, let me get to it. Okay. So if the writer of the option, which is an opening sale, bought it back of the closing purchase and they bought it back for less than they sold it for, yes, that's a closing. So they could make money. And if they bought it back for more than they sold it for, then they would lose money. So a closing purchase, you can take a profit or loss depending if you made money or not. But you're taking one of them on. I mean, you're either taking a loss or taking a gain. Still think it's I don't think it's spousal because spousal is a separate IRA. I think it's going to be a rollover. It's got to be okay. Prime time. I like that. Okay, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. You're done, right? That's it. No more. No more. Done, right? You had Muni AMT conversions. Yeah, you got your ass kicked. Those are hard questions. Okay. That's awesome. So are you done, Prime? So is that we're done. The 63 is usually the last one. Unless you have to take the 65 now. Boom. April, just practicing them. Seriously, just practicing them. And don't, guys, ever remember the Muni questions for the vendors are so much harder than the real exam. They really are. They go into the math and the nitty gritty. The real exam, again, not easy at all, is much more about the concept. Okay. Much more about hitting the concepts. That's really what it's about. Okay. It's about hitting the concepts and knowing like who it should buy it, who shouldn't, what some of the tax consequences are, but not every little detail, like what's on the third page of the official statement. A corporate bond, okay, SAC, bonds and preferreds pay income. Technology fund, I mean, to pay a little, probably not. It's more growth, okay. Frady, yeah, maybe. If your firm gives it, not every firm gives a raise if you pass the 7, but they can. You know what I'm saying? It's not a guarantee, but it's possible. Okay. 100% depends on the firm. Okay. So again, it has to be a rollover. Okay. Okay. So here's the deal on this. First, get through the book. Okay. Get through the book. Just read the book again. I know that's painful. Just read it. Don't take notes. Don't do quizzes. Just read the book straight through one fucking time. Okay. Then start taking chapter quizzes, and then start taking finals, and then you should be fine. But here's the thing. Remember, if you guys miss by 4 or 5 questions, right? So if you miss 4 or 5 questions and you only miss it by a few, do not think, oh, I only need to make up a few. I need you to think I need the whole thing. And I got some stupid fucking argument. And you ever get in an argument with idiots and you just can't win, so you just give up? So that's what happens. So I told a girl or somebody who passed, I said, on Reddit. That's why I don't go on Reddit anymore. I maybe answer a question, but I don't even look at it now. I don't get anything on Reddit, hardly. If I get an alert that somebody has to go question, I go on, I answer it. Other than that, I move on. Because person missed it by 2 or 3. And I said, what did I always say? Go back, read the book for 2 weeks, then start taking questions. The person came back, the different person came back and said, no, I agree with you that you shouldn't act like you only missed by 1, but you should only take quizzes on the stuff you're weak on. And again, listen to me, people. If you fail the exam, do not just focus on the weak, because what's going to happen is the stuff that you're bad at will go up, and the stuff you're good at that you ignored will go down, and you'll miss by a point again. Okay. Remember, yep, exactly. Just if you miss once, just buck up and take it again, right? Make sure that if you are taking it again, you're covering everything. Everything. Again, 66, not math, so don't worry about the math. But in reality, you got to cover everything. Make sure you know the regs. That's so important. There's so many points, right? I mean, think about the 63 and the 66. If you can get the regs down, that's the biggest bang for your buck. Okay. Again, Reese, maybe. Okay. Spousal is not one of them, by the way. Okay. That's crazy, Gabe. That's what I'm saying. If somebody gets a lot of option questions, that's a good thing, right? Some people get 20, 30, right? A lot of people get 10 or 12. And the less option questions you get, the harder the test is, I think. I truly think options are the easiest part of the exam. Okay. So as I said, this is what I tell people to do. Either get the Notman or STC or buy Achievable and then buy the Kaplan Q Bank, just to give yourself different questions. Because here's the thing, and I have a link in here if you want to use it. Achievable. I know, Gabe. I get it. You're wishing for options. I tell every one of my students wishes there were a ton of options on the test because it's so easy. I'm a big fan. Achievable teaches this stuff better than everyone else. Okay. And then you can use the Kaplan Q Bank for questions. That's kind of the way I do it a lot of the times. Okay. Okay. Frady, I think if you can find a picture and send it to me, I mean, and put it on here or something like that, I will, boom. Jane, that's a past perfect question, I bet. 100% that's a past perfect question. Okay. Taylor, you could, or you could just buy them for 50 bucks. I'm not saying it's not anything, but I just think you're going to get a lot more questions, right? Okay. Have you tried all the free stuff? Have you done the Notman one? Have you done the FINRA one? Have you done If you're just doing, yeah, the cap and coupon's like $40. I'm not saying it's nothing, but it's worth buying. You can always just sell it to someone after. Okay. So what I was saying on this, Frady, is that I think that maybe you missed a not or a not false or all but false. I'm just saying, okay. So Frady, don't study 24/7. You shouldn't do more than 4 or 5 hours a day. Anything more than 5 hours a day, you're hurting yourself. I can't say that enough. Anything more than five hours a day, you have diminishing returns. Seriously, if you're doing 7, 8, 9 hours a day, you're you're um you're getting diminished returns. Okay, you could have 100%. You could have got a bad draw. It just happens, right? I mean, somebody's going to get it. Um, so here's my thing on this. Okay, if you think about it, on this whole currency risk thing, could be a systemic risk because you can't get rid of it through diversification, right? I guess you can, but through the stock market. Sources of systematic risk, inflation, interest rates, war, recessions, currency changes. So if currency goes, everything gets affected. Okay. No more than that. No more than 4 or 5 hours. Okay. No way. I don't care. Okay. Yeah, there's hardly any margin calls. There's maybe like I had one where it's like four, but still, again, not I mean you study them, but not worth it, right? It's not worth doing at all. Okay. 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 Oh, really? Are you a John? So you're John, you're on and you can't subscribe. Maybe you've been banned. Okay. Are you a subscriber? Do the options videos first. Yeah, John, we'll get there. Just keep working on your stuff and we'll get on that. Okay. John, I'm sorry you can't comment. I don't know why. It's weird. Sometimes people can't comment unless you're not a subscriber. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to say the currency is sort of a systematic risk. I'll go with that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, you only get a couple. Did you really have Muni AMT conversions? Or did you mean Muni and AMT? Okay. Because usually there would not be a convertible with a Muni, but maybe you just meant Muni, AMT, and conversion questions. Convertible ones shouldn't be that bad, but it is what it is. Okay. Really? Just do problems. That's the only way to get the Muni stuff. Read and do problems. Read and do problems. Read and do problems. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so here's what you do. If you see a bunch of questions, Flemmer, that look hard, if you see the ones that you think you can do, but you're just hard, just pick them on and go on. Move on. Don't sweat it. I mean, you didn't miss by a lot. So that wasn't the difference. It just got in your head. You can't let this shit get in your head. Do not let this test kick your ass. Okay. Gabe Flamer, you should join a study group. I think there is one. I think there's a group using my three Zoom groups to do study groups. I mean, I'm telling you, these study groups are great. Because what happened, the big thing is these study groups are awesome because you get to talk. So as long as you get involved, right? If you just sit there and act like a lump on a log, no. But if you get involved and talk and fight it out and argue and go, this is wrong, and not take it personally, and just get through it, okay? That's going to help you. One is going to make you stronger, and two, you're going to find your mistakes in your logic. That's a thing. I mean, not like you want to be wrong all the time, but you want to make sure that your mistakes are just seriously. You want to make sure that your mistakes are like out there and you've taken care of them. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. And by the way, guys, if you do join, okay, it's hold on, yeah. Well, you remember, it's not, I can drop the link and it doesn't. I can drop the link to my website, right? But it doesn't. If you don't plan to meet people there, then it's going to be an empty link. This group, I don't have. I don't have that's my link, right? So you can go on there, okay? But okay, so that's gonna be a problem if you can maybe just get Facebook and join. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say anyone who joined, okay, all the people who joined the Facebook thing, a bunch of people just did. Make sure you answer the questions so I know that you're not a spammer. That's the thing. You got to answer the questions. That's your best thing. Okay. Okay. What do you mean, Catherine? Extra questions. Okay. Oh, on the real exam, I don't go back and check unless you think you're wrong on shit. I don't go back and retake the test. Anything in the review, I go through, and if it's done, just hit the fucking button and go. Don't sit there. You don't have to use every minute. If you feel confident, you'll pass. If you're doubting yourself, look. If you think you're gonna have to go back and change questions all the time, then you're not ready for the exam. But if you are, you should feel confident enough that you're pretty much 80% sure. Because a lot of the questions you'll only be 80% sure. You're not going to be full on sure on what it is. Okay. And that works for you too, Sarah. I was talking to Catherine, but I don't have a study group other than the ones you pay for. Okay. The ones I have are on Sunday nights. That's when you have to pay for. Okay. The free ones, you got to go on Facebook and find the groups. And if you post on the Facebook group that you're trying to join the study group, you'll get people to answer. Because I think there's one, I don't know who's running it. There's one that meets a couple times a week. Somebody was on here mentioned it. Okay. Um, the green light's hard, kid. Okay. So Sarah, the green light's a hard ass test. Okay. It's not easy. So if you got a 64 on it, can you go? Can you review the questions? If you can review the questions, okay, then do it. If not, just let it go and don't sweat it. If you're getting 70s in Kaplan and STC, it's a new test. That's a problem too. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay. Oh, I jumped past, right? Okay, hold on. So Jane asked a couple of good questions. Okay. So hold on. You know, I'm gonna get to. I'll get to in a second, Joseph. Hold on. I don't want to. I think I missed a question. That's all. There you go. Oh, there you go. So do you know the study group, Jane? I know you're not really Jane, but okay. Dion, yeah, that's the thing. Past perfect's freaking tough. I think. Okay. There's immunity stuff. Yeah, Gabe and Flamore and anyone who failed or is taking it soon, you should start a study group yourself. You can start. You don't have to join others. You don't have to jump in the chair. Just start your own. Those groups are free. Okay. And God forbid somebody's using it at the same time. Boom, you got a bigger one. Okay. There you go. Look at that. I think I feel a study group joining in. Okay. It's whatever. Remember, it's whatever. I don't know what days they do it. I don't know if Jane knew what it is. Okay. They do a morning one and then they do afternoon, but I don't have any. Okay. Rick, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to do you one better. Did I do one? I hope I did. Did I ever do one? Thought I did a bond volatility. Oh, I did. How awesome. But I'm going to send you two of them. One from me. One from me. And then another one is from Brandon. It's good stuff. Okay, hold on. As a supplement, Reese, yes. As a supplement, yes. As a main thing, no. Okay. Hold on. I know Jane asked that. Okay. Joseph, don't go on anything. Who knows? Okay. Gabe will get. Okay. Now, that's a lot of fucking hours. Okay. Oh, so Catherine, you guys found the. How do you find the study group? Oh, yeah. So you have to just tell them the times and people can jump in. If you know what the times are, just have people jump in. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this. What's 200 times 1985, Gabe, right? So remember, if it's a margin account versus a cash account, it matters. Okay. Boom, one. Yeah, I love that you commented. I don't know if you're on here. Okay, hold on. Where are you? Where the hell? What am I looking for? I'm doing the math. Jesus Christ. See what happens? Don't get old. Okay. Long and low, baby. Exactly. Boom. I'm telling you, it works. I'm telling you, the long and low helps. Long and low volatility. So hold on. 200 times 119.85. Oh, that's not it. 200 times 119.85. It's 39.70. So the minimum in there you go. So guys, everyone take a look at that. If you want to join the study group, if you go to my website, series7exam.org, and hit the free study groups, I think that's the one they're using, from 7 a.m. Central, which is what, 8 to 10, and then from 1 to 2:30 Central, which is 2 to 3:30. Okay. Boom. There you go. Just go into the free group. Boom. Okay. Okay. What? Jeremy doesn't like my new. You see my new short? I think it's very fucking funny. I think I'm hilarious. Okay. So here's the thing. So Gabe, 200 at 1985 is 39.70. In a margin account, you have to no less than two grand. So the minimum equity in that account has to be 2 grand. So the minimum deposit is $2,000. Okay. Okay. Seriously, the minimum equity is $2,000. Okay. Okay. Mary. That's a great question. Okay. Boom. What do I recommend? Read the fucking book first. Okay. That seriously. Anyone ever ask me what's the first thing you do? The first answer I always give is read the damn book. Read the damn book once or twice. And whatever book you have, whether it's STC, Kappa, Not Meant Achievable, whatever it is, get through the program one time. Boom. And I'm so happy for you. Everyone, give Mary a little snaps. Okay. Hold on. Let me catch up. I think I'm behind here because Jane asked me a couple questions. I have to find them. Okay. I know, Jane. I know. I'm trying to find them. That's why I'm trying to find them. Okay. Okay. Well, I have a couple videos. They're not that hard. Okay. They're not that hard if you think about it. Okay. Again, I'm not going to try to kill you. Okay. But if you want to join my study group, I mean, you can do the weekly too. But if you want to join this study group on this Sunday night stuff, the membership stuff, really for $50, you get the Series 7 and the options thing every Sunday night. It's pretty good. Okay. Jane, I got to find your questions. Where are they? I know we had. I said Jane looks like a big J. So hold on. I'm already back. How far did I go back? I guess I'm 20 minutes behind. So hold on. Here we go. Okay. 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 I'm telling you, Lori, I know Lori's a rock star in that class. Okay. Whose quarterly dividends 125 recent preferred dividend yields 4%. So if it's his quarterly dividend is a 125, right? So we got to do 125 times 4. Again, it must be past perfect. Okay. Where are we? Where's my thing? So 125 times 4. So that means you have a 5% yield because 125 times 4 is 5%, 5, which is 5%. So if it's yielding 4, that means it's a premium and it means it has to be higher. Again, that could be achievable doing that because they're going to make you do the reverse, right? So you have to do 480? No. 4 divided by 0.9. Nope, that doesn't work either. So it's going to have to be, remember, since the yield is lower, it has to be, so it's really what, 20%. So my guess is 120 because it's 20% lower. It's a percent lower. But I would, since the yield is 4%, it has to be premium. That's what you have to do in the test. They will not make you try to figure out how much it is. I don't think so. So understand it has to be a premium. I'm guessing 120 because it's a 4% yield and the yield is, and the coupon is actually 5%. It's 20% lower, right? Because 1 point out of 5 is 20%. I would say that the dividend yields, the dividend is probably paying around 120. Okay. Hope that helps, Jane. That's number one. Again, I think I told you not to do that. Okay, here we go. Now I'm caught up. And Flamore, stop with the questions. Don't do that many. Okay. And Gabe, I got your question. Jane, I'm going to try to find the other question, but I'm looking for it now. If you can repost it, that'd be awesome. Okay. So I don't know what the question is, but it says, like, if it's saying what would give them the like, think of this. So the question is, if the person doesn't mention a method, it's automatically FIFO. Okay. If it's a non-qualified retirement account, it's LIFO. Okay. If it's the person trying to get the lowest tax, like the lowest taxable gains, you're going to do share identification. Okay. That's what they're going to do, share identification. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Rick. Okay. Okay, Dion, you're going to stop. You're going to slow that down, right? They're not, Nick. I'm telling you right now, they're about the same as the 7. It's the reg. Don't blow off the regs on the 9. I promise you're going to get your ass kicked if you do. Do not on the 4. If you take the 4 or the 9, yes, the options are important, but the regs are more important. Okay. Gabe, it doesn't happen. Look, I'd say there could get a bad draw. You can get some tough ones, but they're all within about 10% of each other. It's kind of what you want, right? So the issue is that people love options and options. If you don't get any options, you're gonna get hard questions. Okay. But what happens also is, not to be hard, if you miss by a couple points, you weren't totally ready yet. Okay. That's the thing. If you miss by a couple points, you weren't totally ready. Okay. Hope that helped you, Jose. Okay, good. Okay. Dion, that's awesome. Don't go crazy. Don't do sun up to sundown. You're gonna burn out. Okay. Long stop position, I'm going to play 5. Short drop by 2. What is the net change? 7. Because the equity went up. Remember? Okay. Oh, actually, hold on. You're right. Hold on. Equity goes up 1.5. Right. Okay. If I remember right, it's going to be 7 on the upside, and then it will probably be 3 on the side. So it's probably 5 on the upside. I think it's 8, so it's probably an $8,000 increase. Because I think that the there you go. Okay. I think they go up by 1.5%. It's not really a testable thing, so I don't really focus on it. But I'm pretty sure if your equity drops, oh no, seriously. So if we go credit minus market, if equity drops $2,000, no, it should be $7,000. The SMA will go up 1.5. So if your long goes up by 5 and your short goes down by 2, you have $7,000 more equity. That's it. Okay. Again, hardly any more. No more than that, Dion, right? No. Long day for me. I'm telling you right now, yeah, burnout is absolutely a freaking thing. So if you can max it at 4 hours a day, and if you're working all day, max it at like 2 or 3 at max, okay? But if you're working all day, you got to cut it down. But if you're getting to study all day, If you do more than 4 hours, it's like diminishing returns. And yes, April, not a lot of margin questions at all. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Flamore. So again, if you go on that study, if you go on that link that I just put, the series7exam.org, you will get a you can, if you go on at those times, you can join the study group, and it's free. I bought these Zoom groups for free so people can use them. There's an SIE one and a 7 one. I don't know if anyone's using the SIE one, but if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Okay. Again, don't sweat this. Don't sweat one bag score. I'm telling you, the green lights are hard. Don't sweat it. Let it go. Let it go. Right, like you're frozen. Just let it go. So, Gabe, you really got a bad one. It won't happen again. You'll get a bunch of margin questions in it. I mean, a bunch of option questions the next time.
You need to poke a hole on the top.
Oh, she didn't do it? Just,
I didn't know who put it in.
oh, maybe just squeeze it.
Squeeze it?
Hold the thing down and squeeze the top. Squeeze it.
Oh, okay.
Like an orange.
All right.
There you go.
No.
There you know. I'll put a hole in it later. Okay. Basic physics.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So don't sweat the green light at all. Okay. Again, I'm going to say this again, Catherine. Do not. Okay. Yeah, Jarrell, if you hit the join button in the bottom of my videos, I don't know if it's this one. There should be a button that says join right on my YouTube. Okay. You do that, and you have to do it before Sunday, right? Okay. If you do that, okay, you're going to get a, okay. Yes, specific identification, Cindy, is just you choose which they call it share identification or specific. It's one of the choices that you can choose which shares. Okay. Gabe, none of them are. That's the thing. None of the vendors. I did a whole video on this. Stop. Not that you are, but stop looking for. I tell everyone, stop looking for vendors that match the test. They don't. They really go after it. FINRA doesn't allow it if they see it. I mean, look, I'll explain it this way. So I was at a conference last year, and we were talking about. Oh, I said, what's the fine? I was talking about the new fine program, whatever it is, and then the MQP. He goes, oh yeah, I saw your videos on that. That's a FINRA guy. I'm like, great, they watch my videos. Okay, hey, hi guys, how are you? I'm being good. Okay, but they did watch it. Okay, if you want to review questions, okay, I would say don't do it unless you absolutely mark them. And this is what I tell everyone: you got to take it like a bad bitch or a savage, right? So you got to look at your questions, and if you're pretty sure it's the answer, just pick it and move on. The only time you review or change answers is if it's truly 50-50. That's when you put it in the review. And when you read it and basically coming out of your head is, oh my God, I'm an idiot. How did I think that? I had a student today. We were going over his yesterday, or it was this morning, Chris, and he goes, and he was a smart guy, and he was all these questions. He was like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Like at least he failed up the final. I got like a 65. He had at least 10 questions where he goes, I don't even know why I picked that answer. So that's okay, and that's why I tell everyone to go when you go. The whole thing is, yeah, I know that's the scary part, right? They watch my videos. It's really scary. I mean, they just love me. Okay, so now, they don't want you to fail. They don't want you to steal the questions. That's all. They want you to make sure you're actually doing it. No, the ones who want you to fail are people who write the 66. I feel like they want you to fail. Maybe they're just bitter that they work for the state, not the SEC. I don't know. I say this all the time. You got to take out a bad bitch. Pick an answer, move on. If you're 70% sure it's an answer, pick it and move on. Don't change it. Don't review it, do anything. And now again, I say to everyone, before you hit submit, check the first 5. Because look, in theory, you should be ready. You should be on your game. But shit fucking happens. We're all fucking human, right? So sometimes you're not in the same you're not in the right mindset, or something happened, or somebody bumped you. And yes, it's pretty fucking arrogant to think that you can go in there and be a fucking robot. Okay. The 66 is not easy. Okay. Mary, the 66 is not easy. You got to work on it. Okay. April, when's the last time you took it? The exact date. When in 2020 was the last time you took it? That matters. I'm going to give you some questions. Boom, there you go. That's a study group. Everyone, if you want to do it, and just go to my website and click on the Series 7 at those times. And there should be people in there. Okay. I'm guessing they're every day. Just keep trying. It's free, so it's not like you have to ruin your day. So Rick, I put a video in for so yeah, Dion, don't you know my shit? All my quick videos. Okay. So I'm gonna April, I'm gonna say that for a reason. Okay, so now. One second. Now, I'll get to you, April. There's a reason I'm asking. Okay. Yeah, quick and dirty. What I call my videos. I have the SAE quick and dirty. It's just like there it is. It's just quick and boom, not wasting time, no boring you, none of that shit. Okay. Here we go. Hey, look at that. I got an order. Somebody ordered my shit. Okay. Guys, I don't know if you see that. Somebody ordered my merch. My wife is trying to find out like put different shit on there, like funny stuff. So we're working on it. But I do want to put like I beat the 7 like a savage. I take out like a bad bitch, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. Usually it's the wording, everyone. Okay. Let me get to this. Oh, Ashton, that's awesome. I love it. Joe, yeah, there's all bad myths. We don't know what it is. Okay, hold on. Ashton, that's awesome. Ashton Kutcher, boom. Okay, where are you? Okay, so now that's awesome. Any surprise? I don't. This is my thing. So I used to ask what was on the exam, and I don't care because whatever it is, because everyone knows what's going to be on there. What I do want to know is where any surprises. That's what I want to know. Again, I think I'm back to this 7, and I agree. I agree. I think the options classes are good. And Lori's a rock star. She didn't need it, but it helps her. And she joins in when she can, when she doesn't have a bad day. Just it keeps her steady, right? Because she's taking it in a while, but it just keeps her steady and keeps you on the motion. And that's why people do the class now. A lot of people in the class know what they're doing. And what I started doing, which I think is working out, it's an hour and a half for $50. I mean, and then you also get the 7 group. It's a fucking bargain. It always have to be like $12 a lesson, right? Which I charge 188. So do the math. That sucks. I'm losing money, but I love doing it. So I'm like, so now, again, no options. That's crazy. The first half an hour I do basic options, and from 8:30 to 9:30, I do the from 8:30 to 9:30, I do the more advanced. Yeah, here's the thing, Ashton. Sometimes the options get lost because you think they're easy and you forget about them. That's the thing. A lot of people I'm telling you right now, it's mostly. I'm telling you right now, when you do options, it's half knowing why you do something and half the math. Okay. No, Daryl, you only have to sign up. If you sign up for the options, you get the 7. Okay. So for the $50, you get if you do the $50 program, the options class, you get the options class, you get the Series 7, and then you get the options videos, and then you get the membership replays. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it feels like they're the option suitability, and you boom move on, and then you forget about them. It happens all the time. Again, Nick, not hard. Everyone freaks about them. Everyone freaks about the options on the 9. It's just not a thing. I mean, they're there, but it's the regs that'll kill you. Okay, Dion, you're gonna nail it. You got so much time. Focus more on reading. Remember, focus more on reading and adding knowledge and taking tests. Okay. So again, just hit the join button, Daryl. Just hit the join button if you see it, and just if you buy the highest one, you get everything. Okay, cool. So right, so share identification specific could be on the exam because it's one of the methods where you can choose which. So remember, so if you buy 100 shares at 5 and then at 7 and then at 9, like a bunch of times, and you only sell 100, which shares do you do? Okay. Gabe, we'll get there. So now, See? Going day. I've been teaching since 8 a.m. Okay, so now, then I run out and do something and then come back and find out my son blew up his car. So this is going to cost me 10 freaking grand. Somebody teaching like crazy now. Should just raise my prices. No. And that's the thing with the YouTube stuff. I can't raise prices. So those are going to be that way forever. Okay. No, you don't own margin interest. You should. Oh, interesting. You borrow money. I don't think you do. Do you have to pay something though? Whenever you short something, you're paying something. But that's interesting. Okay. You will have to pay. They always. It's not free. You don't get a free ride on that. Okay. No. Ivy, if you're on here, you probably didn't mean to call me right now because we're on here. Okay. I could put you in speaker. We could talk, and you get embarrassed. Okay. So now, whoa. Usually the disclosures are front page. That had to be one of the unscored ones. Like I had a guy. He. I think I talked about it Tuesday night. He failed the 66 or 65. He just reached out to me. I wasn't a student, I guess. And he goes, I failed by one, and he appealed it. Jesus, I'm getting late. Maybe I'm getting old. He appealed it because he missed by one. He had 5 questions. We had 6 questions he appealed, and they came back and said, okay, well, the 5 we thought were fair, but you answered them all right, and then and one of them was experimental, which didn't matter. So literally, it didn't matter. But I said the worst case scenario is you put 5 in there to appeal, and you answered all right, so it doesn't matter. Even if they said, oh, it's not right, you still answered it right, so it doesn't hurt you. Okay. The 60s is not harder, it's just different. Okay. Now, April, this is the reason. Okay. Huh. I don't know why some people can't see the one. I don't know why some people can't see the big one. Let me see. Let me try this. April, I'm going to explain to why I was saying that. Let me see. That it is funny that some people can't see the heavy one. I don't know why. Maybe you need to, the thing is maybe you need to update your what do you call it? Update your YouTube on the browser. Go check it out on a laptop. It might be easier on a laptop. I don't know. Where the hell is it? Earn memberships. Rick joined the weekly options. Jessica did. Okay. Oh, there you go. Rick, you figured it out. Okay. So you upgraded. Right. So I don't know. Maybe you have to upgrade. I don't know. Where is it? This should be a thing. Okay. I'm going to put it in here, see if it matters. Maybe it's hit it on a desktop. Okay. Ah, yeah, the super voting rates. So you know what a green shoe clause is? Boom. See if that helps you guys. That's the link to the membership thing. Okay. Hold on. Ah, there you go. I'll talk about that. So, okay. So we know what a green shoe clause is. I did a video on it because a lot of people are hearing it. A green shoe clause allows the underwriter to sell an extra 15%. If it's in there, if they oversubscribe, they can sell the 15. And then what they do, they either buy it back in the market if it drops, or the issuer gives them the other 15%. So they're really shorting it. Okay. Got it. Okay. So maybe that's it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, right. So let me talk to that. Okay. Oh, Mandy. Okay. Um, yeah, so here's the thing. So Mandy Savage. I love that the name. Take it like a savage, right? Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, but super voting rights means they just have more votes. They get a 5-10. Like their votes count for more. Like I think that's what Zuckerberg has. He has voting rights, but he has more voting rights, so he can still make all the decisions. Okay. You missed it by a few, not a lot. So you're there. So you have to take it. I know it sucks, but I would spend the first since it's Monday. Hope you took a couple of days off. If you didn't, take this weekend off. Don't do anything. And then Monday, just start reading the book cover to cover, straight through. I promise you it sucks, but don't take notes or anything. Okay. Boom, Mandy. I will get you to pass. I promise you. Buy a hat. I like the hats, but you can buy a shirt or a hoodie. I have to buy more hats. I think I have a few, but I have like red and white ones. So now I think that you should just spend after Monday, after this weekend, take the weekend off. If you didn't study from Monday through today, then fine, then you start tomorrow. But Mandy, I want you to just read the book cover to cover. Just read it. Don't read. Here's the thing: don't reread options. Don't reread balance sheet. Don't reread margin. Don't reread DPPs. They're barely tested. Read everything else and then start taking questions. But don't take a lot of notes. Okay. Only if your name changes, Gabe. Only if your name changes. Like if you want to change your name, like if you're married and you're a woman and or a guy, I guess, but if you change your name, then it has to be updated. And usually you have to use a marriage certificate, driver's license you can't use. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're right there. I mean, April, you're right in the right spot. Okay. Okay. Where's the 2 and 20 thing? Yeah, don't worry about the concentrated exams. Go back to reading. Nobody. Okay. So a hedge fund charges a 2 and 20. What that is they charge 2% of the assets and 20% of the growth. Okay. They charge 2% of the assets and 20% of the growth. And that's what they call the carry, by the way. So it's interesting about hedge fund managers. That's why they fight this, because this carry is considered earned. I mean, you're earning it, but they consider it's being taxed as a capital gain. As long as you yes, Lexi, 100%. At least anything to do with math, yes, I think they're harder. I think they're harder in a bad way. Like they take you too deep on shit that you ever need to know. But if you do the regs part and ignore the math, they're strong. Again, I'm a hedge fund. I charge 2% of the assets and 20% of the growth. Now there's like a high watermark where if the hedge fund goes up to here and you take 20% of that and then it drops, you don't get to take the 20% until it crosses over where it was before. So it always has to increase. Okay. But again, if you ever hear people talk about the carried interest, that's what they're talking about. And that's taxed as a capital gain as long as you don't get it for a full year or a year and a day. And that's why people are mad, because that's where the hedge fund managers make their money, on the 20%. The 2% they pay the bills. On the 20% they buy their yachts. Okay. There you go. That works. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about them yet. I mean, you're not taking it. If you haven't read it yet, reread. You start rereading, and then going over some. Start doing some quizzes to see where you are. Okay. Do you mean PE ratio? Because usually when they talk about PE ratio, they call it a multiple. So a PE ratio is the multiple. So if you have a PE ratio of like 13, that's a 13 times earnings. So it's a multiple of the earnings, right? A high PE ratio, remember, a high PE ratio means it's a growth stock. A low PE ratio means it's a value stock. So again, a high PE ratio means it's a growth stock. A low PE ratio means it's a value stock. Boom. Okay. Hey, that's the first time I ever caught up before 9:30. Not bad. Any more stuff? If not, I got a student to teach from now till I think 11. Hope she's on here, but I'm dead tired. Okay. Running around, doing stuff, checking out my blown up kid's car. Anybody have an old Tucson engine they can sell me for cheap? Okay. I think that works, people. Don't forget to check out Michael Weiss. He's a great tutor, Brandon Rith. Please, guys. Also, look at the link scrolling across the bottom. That's called the Fin. Okay. That's the FinPro Coalition. We created that coalition about 3-4 months ago. We have hundreds of members now, which is great. It was quick. It's free, totally free, but we're there to advocate for the see you Sunday night, Lori. I love it. Go get some sleep. We advocate for the individuals, not the firms. All the other coalitions and groups advocate for the firms. We're advocating for the individuals. Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. I'll watch it. I'll watch that. I haven't watched the Madoff thing yet. I just don't have time. Okay. The main difference in the VRDO. Rick, thank you. So last thing I'm going to do, Lexi. The main difference, and everyone, please check out, if you want tutoring, I'm here to help you, but I'm expensive. Michael Weiss is about half the price. Series 7 exam, tutor.com. I'm series7exam.org. We just like to make it confusing. Or you can do capadvantage.com. If you don't want to do that, join the Sunday groups. The membership groups. They're super cheap. You're talking, even if you do the options one, you're talking $12.50 a night. That's like 2 coffees at Starbucks, or one with a lot of fucking shit in it. Okay. So a VRDO, okay. VRDO, because so both of them adjust with the rates. Okay. So here's what happens. Okay. It's series 7 exam tutor.com. It's series 7 exam tutor.com. That's what it should be. With the number 7, not the word 7. Okay. I think you'd even put it in SIEexamtutor.com. So minds.org. Remember, mine is series7exam.org. He is series7examtutor.com. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Okay, now. So yeah, again, I keep saying this. If you're taking the essay, you don't pay for anything. There's nothing on boom, Daryl, that's awesome. There is nothing on my site that costs money that will help you with the SAE. Because everything I do for the SAE is free. Okay. And that's the thing. We're trying to get the 7 to be unsponsored also. Okay. And next week I start teaching my class. Okay. I start teaching my college class, which is awesome. Okay. Now, and they're paying me a lot of money, which is stupid. Okay. Where was I? I wanted to talk about the VRDO. Where are you? Okay. VRDO is liquid. They adjust for, remember, so they adjust. Okay. They adjust for, what's the best way to explain it? They adjust the coupon for the current rates, and they have what they, like somebody, Rick said, they have an embedded coupon put option, which means you can sell the bond, you can sell the bond at par anytime you want. So it has no interest rate risk. But very liquid, you can sell it anytime you want. And ARS kind of does the same thing, but they do it via auction with people buying and selling on certain days, every 7, 14, 28 days, or whatever it is, or 35 days. But you can only sell it on those days. And the problem is if not enough people are buying, and then you can't, if one person can't sell their bond, then nobody can, and you have to sit in it. So yes, they haven't had a fail since that's a failed auction. They haven't had since 2009, which a lot of shit happened in 2009. They there is that the risk is there. Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay. Boom. Okay. Good. Everyone, thank you very much. I have to go to my other student. So let's keep on it and let's keep going, right? Don't forget, keep grinding. Hopefully I'll see you next Tuesday or even Sunday night. And we will get a remember a couple things. Remember to wash your hands and have a good night. Boom. You all, good night. Boom, Lexi, that's awesome. It'll help. I promise you.